Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good evening, I'm Jen Ah. Thanks for joining us on 7 at 7. Starting off with some gusty weather, sponsored by 1 Hour Air. No matter the season, no matter the reason, 1 Hour is here for you. As we speak, a wind advisory is in effect, expected to last for another hour. Here's a look at the Las Vegas Valley earlier today. Howling winds at 25 to 35 miles per hour, even up to 55 in certain areas and times. And with those strong winds come dust. Clark County's dust advisory is in place, so not a great night to stay outdoors. Looking ahead, thankfully the winds should die down to around 10 miles per hour by midnight, with temps sinking into the 50s and a small chance of rain. On Tuesday, a nice calm after the storm. Sunny skies with highs in the 70s and lows in the 50s. Similar weather on Wednesday before peaking toward the 80s on Thursday. By Saturday, expect some cloud coverage. In more top stories, sponsored by Nevada Hand Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. More fallout in the city of Mesquite. Las Vegas police detectives who investigate public corruption have questioned witnesses about a series of controversial political mailers distributed during last year's mayoral election, which detailed an alleged sexual assault.
So the witnesses have told me that their questions focused on whether officials in Mesquite broke anti-corruption laws last year during the election. And they were also very interested in learning more about a third-party investigation that was conducted into these series of mailers that went out during the election.
However, both police and witnesses say the investigation is not active. And a Las Vegas man is set to spend the rest of his life in prison. Last week, two men, 43-year-old Cortrayer Zone and 33-year-old Michael Rusk, were found guilty of murdering 34-year-old Clarence McQuarters in a 2016 shooting in Las Vegas. The jury sentenced Zone to life in prison without parole instead of death. Rusk's sentencing is set for December 7th. Plus, if you want your DMV refund, be prepared to drive to the DMV. Those looking to recoup a wrongfully billed $1 per transaction surcharge now have to weigh whether collecting that refund is worth the wait. The legislature approved the refunds last Thursday. In business, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability. The Zillow Group, which buys and sells homes in southern Nevada, is taking a buying break. That's as the housing market shows signs of cooling during a typically slower part of the year. This will also enable Zillow, known for its listing site, to focus on flipping homes already under contract. And LVCVA President Steve Hill says work on the Vegas Loop underground transit system will likely begin within a year. Elon Musk's Boring Company plans to build over 50 stations from downtown Las Vegas to the resort corridor, UNLV, and Allegiant Stadium. And what a big entertainment weekend, sponsored by DiscoverYourNevada.com, brought to you by Travel Nevada. The Electric Daisy Carnival 2021 is a wrap in Vegas after an eclectic turnout. The traffic backups we told you about during our 7 at 7 a.m. newscast continued through the afternoon hours. And here are some fun pictures from the final night of the world's biggest electronic dance party at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Over at the Majestic Repertory Theater, they're getting ready for a Majestic return to the stage. The theater company will debut a new musical called The Sandman. This follows a year and a half of drive-up and drive-through performances.
The pandemic really proved to me that there's a reason theater and live performance has been around for thousands of years, because audiences just want to get together, they want to share space, they want to hear stories. And it's what we've been doing since we've been gathering around the campfire, hearing tales of how our neighbor killed the saber-toothed tiger for our meal that night, and we're doing it still today.
The Sandman premieres on Wednesday. For tickets, visit MajesticRepertory.com.
Sports, brought to you by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app today and get a bonus of up to $500 when you sign up. It's Monday here at the Raiders headquarters, where today interim head coach Rich Bisaccia spoke to the media. He updated on injuries as well as spoke about what it's meant to him to be the head coach of this team for the past 2 games.
Me, personally, I'm having the time of my life. I mean, I've told those guys time and time again, I have 3 priorities in my life. I have my wife, I have my children, and I have the players. So that's the same thing when I was just doing special teams, and it hasn't changed here. And we end a lot of the meetings at the end, night before the game, is you just got to try to find a way to have more fun you've ever had before. Josh Jacobs ended up with a chest contusion, so he should be fine. We didn't think there was any issues with him today. Darren Wallace is going to kind of be day-to-day with treatment. Other than that, there is no break or anything that we know of there.
Sports betting, sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. The Astros are -140 favorites over the Braves at the Westgate SuperBook to win the World Series, which starts tomorrow in Houston. Atlanta is +120. The Astros are -130 favorites in Game 1, and the total is 8. In the World Series MVP market, Houston's Jose Altuve, Yordan Alvarez, and Kyle Tucker are 10-1 co-favorites with Atlanta's Freddie Freeman. At 12-1 are Carlos Correa and Alex Bregman of the Astros and Austin Riley of the Braves.
In Health, sponsored by 4M Dental. Love your smile again. Governor Steve Sisolak unveils a grant for children with disabilities. Review Journal's Renee Summerhour explains TOTS. Renee?
Jen, that's short for Transforming Opportunities for Toddlers and Students. The grant will help children with disabilities and their families recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic and increasing their opportunities to save money for the future. This program is being funded with $5 million from the American Rescue Plan. That's the federal stimulus plan that President Joe Biden signed into law in March. Parents of disabled children can start applying today and receive $5,000 in funds for education, health, and any disability-related expenses. During the announcement, the first 2 candidates were awarded.
This is what makes public service worthwhile. I can take 100 days of criticism and abuse to get 5 minutes with these kids, because this is what it's all about. This is our future, and they deserve what's happening today.
To apply, head to nevadatreasure.gov/tots. Jen?
Thanks, Renee. In your lifestyle news, a taste of Mexico's coastal cuisine is now available at Wynn Las Vegas. Casa Playa is designed to evoke Mexico's tiny seaside spots, serving fresh seafood such as shrimp ceviche and an expansive tequila and mezcal collection. Casa Playa is only the 2nd Mexican restaurant in the history of Wynn Las Vegas. Thank you for watching 7 at 7. If you have Amazon Fire TV, just search Review Journal to download our channel. Watch Las Vegas breaking news streaming live on your OTT device. We'll see you back here for more 7 at 7 tomorrow.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.